Ramzan Kadyrov may have just proven to be MMA's best game conflict resolution expert. The fight world was on edge following a confrontation between Khamzat Chimaev and Khabib Nurmagomedov's team at UFC 280. The conflict did, however, disappear as swiftly as it had arisen, albeit after some stern mediation. Welcome back everyone. In today's video we'll talk about Khamzat Chimaev. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Following this pointless cage-side altercation with Khabib Nurmagomedov at UFC 280, Khamzat Chimaev appears to have reconciled with Team Khabib over dinner. Following Islam Makhachev's convincing win over Charles Oliveira on Saturday, Chimaev got into a heated argument with Khabib's cousin during the post-fight statements. Security had to step in as punches began to fly. Following Makhachev's victory, the two looked to engage in an amicable discussion with embrace before the strange incident. However, Chimaev and Team Khabib have patched things up since both sides were seen dining together on Abu Bakar's Instagram. Khabib said, "What happened yesterday does not show as well. Neither me, nor Khamzat, nor Abu Bakar. To tell you the truth, we are tired of this nonsense. Here we are gathered together as brothers. We talk to each other and we apologise to each other. I hope that in the future we'll only gather and fight for good reasons." The cause of the outside the cage altercation is still unknown, but Abu Bakar warned Chimaev online about his behaviour before UFC 280. It stated, "Not long ago in America you sat at the same table as us, trained in the same gym, went to the mosque together and called us brothers. Now you write you will tear someone up. Yes, I agree, everyone has a right to express their opinion, but be careful with your statements." After the events this past weekend, it's unclear how the Abu Dhabi government and the UFC intended to discipline Chimaev and Abu Bakar. Khamzat Chimaev, a welterweight contender, has recently developed a reputation for brawling in public. The news that he had engaged in another bout outside the cage from Islam Makhachev's victory at UFC 280 yesterday. The altercation between Chimaev and Abu Bakar Nurmagomedov, a teammate of Makhachev's, was caught on camera by several cameras within the arena. Although it initially appeared that Balls was the main aggressor, subsequent footage that was close enough to hear the conversation between Abu Bakar and Khamzat revealed a different side of the incident. Chimaev approached a member of Team Khabib and gave them a tap on their shoulder to catch their attention before congratulating them. He received a call from Abu Bakar again, who reprimanded him for the punch. "Hey, you could have done it without the punch," Abu Bakar said, holding tightly onto Khamzat's hands. "Just come carefully and then go." "I will do whatever I want," Khamzat replied. "Not with me you won't," Khabib's cousin declared. Chimaev shoved Abu Bakar back after some more back and forth. Khamzat returned with two punches after Abu Bakar had answered with one. Abu Bakar Nurmagomedov and Khamzat Chimaev have fought in the past. After saying in an interview that he could rip up Khabib, Chimaev faced much criticism. Those remarks were taken personally by Abu Bakar. "Not long ago in America you sat on the same table with us and trained at the same gym. Went to the mosque together and called us brothers," he wrote on Instagram back in 2021. "And now you write that you will tear someone up? Everyone has the right to express their opinion, but be careful with your statements." Fortunately, it doesn't appear that this recent incident will cause a significant divide between Khabib Nurmagomedov's Dagestani team and Chimaev's Chechen group. Ramzan Kadyrov, the head of the Chechen nation and a suspected war criminal, is to thank for it. Nerves can be stressed to the limit not only in the octagon, but also outside. An Instagram account associated with Kadyrov wrote, "Each of the spectators is worried about the athlete and the fighters experience the same emotions as in the ring. Therefore it's not surprising that misunderstandings arise at the limit of emotions. There is no quarrel between Khamzat Chimaev or Abu Bakar Nurmagomedov. I have made sure of it personally and I pass this information on to the ill wishers. Do not blow up this problem of a global scale and do not try to instigate and tease athletes and their fans," the Instagram post continued. "This happens including among brothers, but it was a misunderstanding that was resolved. We were and will be brothers, so do not write nonsense, do not take sin to your soul, for every dirty word you will have to answer to the Almighty." That sounds settled, I suppose. Nothing further will ever result from it. We are confident. Several media people and fans recorded a video of an enraged Balls detained by security while yelling insults at an off-camera person. He appeared to have been considerably riled up by Nurmagomedov during the argument that descended into violence. Although it's unknown what caused the argument, Nurmagomedov posted a lengthy letter on Instagram in 2021 addressed to Chimaev, suggesting that the UFC pair had a history. Chimaev recently caused a commotion during the UFC 279 fight week when he got into a fight backstage with Nate Diaz and Kevin Holland. Chimaev had been faced to Holland because of the former BMF Championship Challengers fight with him had been disrupted due to a bad miss weight. The 28-year-old middleweight contender Joaquin Buckley had a verbal exchange in April when Buckley approached Till's friend and training partner, Darren Till, about a prospective matchup before UFC 273. Following his remarks, Khamzat Chimaev received messages from Abubakar Nurmagomedov. Chimaev, who appeared to be offended by Buckley's actions, requested they start fighting straight away before security intervened to mediate the situation. Dana White asked, "What do I even say about that? Especially with him, it occurs. It didn't even know Khamzat was coming tonight. He was invited by Abu Dhabi, so the seats behind me were owned by Abu Dhabi, but White downplayed any suggestions Chimaev would be punished. This is a rough business. Mean things are said, sometimes guys get into it. It's our job at the UFC to ensure that stuff doesn't happen. We went right on it and couldn't stop it from happening, but we got in there. These things happen when you get an 800 alpha males and females under contract. Sometimes they cross paths and events like these things happen. It doesn't bother me or hurt my feelings or any of the staff. We handle it and then we move on." Following the bloody aftermath of UFC 280, the two were seen eating together, suggesting that their feud may have been resolved. Chimaev, who presently has a perfect 12-0 record inside of the octagon, is one of the world's top fighters when he enters it, when he isn't grappling outside of it. Before UFC 280, White suggested he would compete against Colby Covington in England on the undercard of the anticipated early 2019 Leon Edwards vs Kamaru Usman 3 event. However, the boss had a message for his budding star, who lost against Nate Diaz. "Khamzat wants to fight 170 pounds. I'm going to give him one more opportunity to fight at 170. He needs to deliver and make weight. I would love to do that fight in England too. I'm telling you, I'm going to bring a badass card to the UK." While some fans praised Nurmagomedov's leadership, others quickly grasped what was going on. The Warlord wanted the Warriors to make peace quickly and quickly pointed this out. What is now a good thing was probably only fueled by people's fear for their own lives and the lives of their families. Fans quickly mocked the entire clan for preaching and upholding your beliefs in public while compromising them in private. Nevertheless, a tough video call from Kadyrov was all it took for them to give in. That's all for this video. We'll be back soon with another informative one. Don't forget to like and share. Until next time.